Hello everyone, and welcome to How-FixIT. If your DJI RC2 remote controller does not power on, shuts down unexpectedly, has multiple functions that are no longer working correctly, or continues to have serious system problems even after the battery and other components have been checked, the main board may be faulty. In this video, I'll show you how to open the remote controller, remove the damaged main board, install a replacement board, and reassemble the controller step by step. Mainboard replacement can also be a last resort option for a used RC2 remote controller that is still bound to a previous owner's DJI account when the original owner cannot be contacted to complete the official unbinding process. This guide is intended for cases where the fault has been traced to the main board, or where replacing the board is the most practical way to restore the controller. For this repair, you will need a precision screwdriver set. You will also need plastic pry tools to open the controller housing safely and a pair of tweezers. I've included links to the tools and replacement parts in the video description below. I also recommend using a magnetic mat to organize all screws and small parts during the repair. The DJI RC2 uses many small screws of different sizes, and keeping each screw in the correct location will make reassembly much easier. A magnetic mat also helps keep small metal parts in place and reduces the risk of losing screws or installing them in the wrong locations. So, let's get started. Before you begin disassembling the controller, remove both control sticks. If they are stored in the rear storage area, remove them from the storage slots. Next, remove the two screws from the bottom of the remote controller. The screws are located in the recessed accessory mounting area. Use the 1.0mm Phillips screwdriver to remove these two screws. The next two screws are hidden behind the control stick storage slot. Using a plastic spudger or tweezers, carefully remove the rubber stick holder. This part is held in place with double-sided adhesive. If necessary, you can warm the area slightly with a hair dryer to soften the adhesive and make removal easier. Remove the two hidden screws underneath using a 1.5mm hex screwdriver. After removing the screws, you can begin opening the controller housing. I recommend creating the first gap at the bottom of the controller near the USB-C charging port. Insert a thin plastic pry tool into the gap and carefully release the plastic clips around the perimeter. Work slowly around the edges of the controller. Do not force the housing apart, as this may damage the plastic clips or the internal cable connecting the rear cover. Once the housing clips are released, do not separate the two halves completely. First, carefully disconnect the rear cover cable from the main board. Once the cable is disconnected, you can safely separate the controller housing. The rear cover assembly contains the gimbal dial, camera control dial, and the C1 and C2 buttons. Set the rear cover aside and continue working with the front housing. The DJI RC2 uses two internal 18650 lithium-ion battery cells. To remove them, first disconnect both battery connectors from the main board. I recommend using a plastic tool around the battery connectors. If you use metal tweezers, be careful not to bridge the contacts, as this could cause a short circuit. After removing the batteries, we can move on to the cooling fan assembly. Remove the 6 screws securing the fan assembly using a 2.5mm Phillips screwdriver. The fan cable uses very thin wires, so never pull directly on the wires when disconnecting it. Use tweezers to carefully disconnect the fan connector by gripping the connector itself. Now you can remove the cooling fan assembly. Carefully use a plastic tool to remove the metal heat spreading plate. There is thermal paste between the metal plate and the main board. You can reuse the thermal paste if it is still in good condition. If the thermal paste is dry, dirty, or damaged, apply fresh thermal compound during reassembly. Disconnect all cables and antennas from the main board, then remove the 4 screws securing the main board to the controller housing. The main board may need to be replaced if the remote controller does not power on even after the batteries and charging system have been checked. If the controller shuts down unexpectedly, has multiple functions that stop working at the same time, or continues to have serious system or boot problems. Mainboard replacement may also be necessary if the board has visible water damage, corrosion, burned components, damaged connectors, or other physical damage that cannot be repaired at the component level. There is also another situation where replacing the main board can be useful. If you purchased a used RC2 remote controller that is still bound to the previous owner's DJI account and you cannot contact the original owner to complete the official unbinding process, replacing the main board can be considered a last resort option. In this case, the replacement board gives the controller a different hardware identity associated with that board. However, this should be treated as a hardware replacement solution rather than the normal DJI account unbinding procedure. If the fault has been traced to the main board, or the original board cannot be practically repaired or used, replacing the complete main board may be the best way to restore the controller. I've included a link to a replacement main board in the video description below. Now, reinstall the main board. Carefully position the main board inside the front housing, and make sure it sits correctly in its original position. Reconnect all cables and antenna connectors to the main board. Work carefully and make sure every connector is fully seated before continuing. Do not force any connector into place. Take a moment to check the cable routing and compare it with the original layout. Make sure no flex cables, wires, or antenna cables are trapped underneath the main board or routed across screw holes or other components. Secure the main board with the 4 screws. Now reinstall the metal heat spreading plate. Apply fresh thermal paste to the main board if your new board did not come with pre-applied thermal paste. Next, reinstall the cooling fan assembly. Position the fan assembly over the heat spreading plate and secure it with the 6 screws. Reconnect the fan connector to the main board. Install both battery cells into the controller housing and reconnect the battery connectors to the main board. Make sure the battery cables are routed underneath the battery cells as shown. If the cables are routed incorrectly, they may prevent the rear cover from closing properly or become pinched during reassembly. Before reinstalling the rear cover, make sure none of the cables interfere with the plastic clips or other parts of the housing. A trapped cable can prevent the case from closing and may damage the cable. Reconnect the rear cover cable to the main board, then align both halves of the controller housing and carefully press around the perimeter until all of the clips snap back into place. Reinstall the two hex screws behind the control stick storage slot, then reinstall the rubber stick holder. Finally, reinstall the two Phillips screws at the bottom of the controller. Now that the controller is fully assembled, install both control sticks and power on the remote controller. After replacing the main board, I recommend performing a control stick calibration before using the drone. Keep the aircraft powered off during the calibration. If you found this guide helpful, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more tech tips and guides. Visit our website for more insights and do-it-yourself guides. Remember, every tech challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. Thanks for watching How-FixIT, and we'll see you in the next one.